You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
Hello, my majestic little viewer. Liminalitist here. And I just love the sheer majority of liminal space music. I don't know if any peer in my class can agree, but hey, standing out is key after all. Anyways, I can currently hear the spooky season call. I have a feeling this year is going to be quite the ball for me. Okay, I'm just going to quit rhyming. Now, if you are new to the channel or haven't watched any other of my videos, you are probably unaware of this series. The best liminal space albums, in my opinion. It's a trilogy, but I'm planning on, making it vast. But y'all can comment your favorite albums below if you want me to review them. Out of all of the albums and artists I have talked about, I'm pretty sure one genre of liminal space music kind of stands out from the rest. So yeah, drone metal is a subgenre of heavy metal characterized by extremely slow tempos, long and sustained notes, and a heavy distorted sound that often incorporates elements of sludge metal, doom metal, and ambient music. Let me show you some examples of drone metal and some primary ones. Yeah, noticed a little trend going around on here? I'll go on to a deep dive of this history, and I'll show you some cool bands. Well, cool. Now, I'm obviously kidding, but I'd reckon I'd make this video since, well, it is getting close to Halloween, and this does give me some Halloween kind of influences, I guess. I am going to make a Halloween-related video. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to try to release it on October 31st. Like and subscribe, and stick around to the end, because you might get to see me even make a song. Better than whatever the dude in this background was cooking up.
You're insane. You're in pain. I can tell by what you're saying, but...
Now, drone metal didn't really appear until the early 90s, but way before that, there were influences and traces of this from the 70s and 80s. Cluster 2 by Cluster is the earliest example that I could find. But, I mean, not all of it does sort of sound doomy and really low tuned. That first song is definitely an influence. I can see it there. Now, one of the best, while being really early examples that I could find was Lou Reed's Metal Machine Music, which came out in 1975. And trust me, I can definitely hear the influences in this one. But the thing is, it was not fully named doom metal yet. That would not come out for another 90 years. The actual genre of drone metal was formed by this little band called Earth that was formed in Seattle in the year 1989. Oh wait, never mind, I'm stupid. They were formed in Washington, I'm sorry. Dylan Carson was the man who formed this band. I don't think he knew what was gonna be coming. Earth took inspiration from the sludge metal of Melvins and the minimalist music of Lamonte Young, Terry Riley, and Tony Conrad. Stephen O'Malley's group Burning Witch, which formed 5 years later also in Seattle, continued this tradition, incorporating unusual vocals and bursts of audio feedback. I'm using the term famous very loosely here, but Stephen O'Malley is known as one of the most popular amongst this genre. I'll talk about him later. The group actually initially recorded for this slap-a-ham power violence thingamajig. The most popular band, Sunn O, which I'll get to a little bit later, initially was formed as a tribute to Earth. And yes, I know it is pronounced Sun, but I could care less. I'm still calling it Sunn O. There were also many other popular bands that formed in the 90s, including another band called Boris. Here are some musicians from the 2000s and supergroups, or just groups, because, well, there was not that much that happened in the 2000s. The only really memorable stuff that did happen in the 2000s was how much more popular albums came out during this era. Most of Sunn's most popular discography released in the 2000s. Earth released their most popular album in their discography, which, to be honest, is not the most droney, but I just wanted to mention that. I consider drone metal to be one of the least popular genres of metal. It's never been really that popular at all, but I still appreciate the fan base for what it's worth. And even to this day, drone metal is still holding up strong. Many of these old classic artists are still releasing. Heck, even Sunn released an EP last Tuesday. Opinions about this genre are kind of split up, to be honest. It is leaning a little bit towards positive, but other than that, it's just basically halfway. Best band ever. Best band ever. So I used this copy of Album of the Year, and it looks like Sunn is getting some pretty good positive reviews. Okay, I found a hate comment. The most talented refrigerator ever. First of all, it's an AC. Get it right. Okay, okay. 0 out of 10, including something that I'm not going to read. Because it's so long. Okay, we have 1.5 stars. Here's 2 bad reviews in a row as well. And I'm going to be honest, I see why some people are not fond of it because of how different it is from everything else. And that is perfectly okay. I am okay with your music taste. I will not judge you or anything. Remember when I said I would talk about Sunn earlier in this video? That time is now, because in my opinion, they are the most popular within this genre. Yeah, they are also pretty late to the drone party. Sunn's name came from the amplifier brand that they usually use, the logo of which includes the circle next to the Sunn banner, with waves heading off to the right. In interviews, Stephen O'Malley stated that the band's name was chosen as a play on the name Earth, a band widely regarded as pioneers of the drone metal genre throughout the 90s. Before the band, they moved to LA. They briefly named the name Mars. Pretty darn interesting, huh? Sunn uses drop A tuning in their music. Member Greg Anderson founded Southern Lord Records in 1998. This company also helps with, bands sort of related to drone, being doom metal, noise stuff, ambient, stoner rock, you can name all of it. They actually signed with Sub Pop Records a few days ago. Other than that, nothing really happened except them releasing a few albums, well, quite a bit, but yeah. So remember whenever I said I was going to make a drone song around the end of the video? Well, that time is here. Now, I just mainly do avant-garde death metal music. This fits the aesthetic. Alright, fellas, so what you're gonna want to do is first tune down your guitar a lot. So let's do it. Well, actually not. I already have a preset called Doom of Hell, but what you're gonna want to do is just turn up your delay and reverb all the way. Alright, so now here are the intervals. I decided not to show the full because, I took my mask off because how uncomfortable it was getting, but that's another point. Now, I didn't show you full thing or like the end results because I'm still going to try to add vocals, but I'll eventually post it maybe in another channel. I don't know. If you liked this, I have other stuff related to this, not like specifically metal music, but like liminal related stuff, and you can just go check that out if you want to. Like and subscribe optionally, and yeah.
Join my circus. I'm recruiting.